try to break us, but we won't back down. Destroy us, we'll always be around. Loud sound, big missile jumping from the clouds. Watch your step in this torn up town. We're fighting for you to come back home soon. The family's missing you. Lost now, but we see you.
As the floors can't take no more, stuck in this groove, I'm feeling bored.
pulls me closer, a whisper in the wind. The map is blank before me. Where do I begin? No fear of what's uncertain. The unknown feels like home. With every step I'm finding a place I've never known. Let's go where no one has ever been. A world unseen beneath our skin. Through endless skies, we'll break the chain. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless sea. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless seas. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. And come drift with me. And come drift with me.
Hello, SimFans, and happy Wednesday night to y'all. It's good to see you. We are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's so good to be with y'all for a commercial flight. Of course, we did a GA flight last Saturday and checked out the Pimax. Nicely done, Captain Howdy. Oh, too early for that, isn't it? Or maybe not. Maybe that should have happened even before I started talking. Good to see you, Captain Howdy, and the rest of you. Isha, how are you doing? I think, Isha, you might be new here or you changed your name, but good to see you. Welcome, Real CFF. Good evening, sir. Audio's low. Thank you, Bats. How about now? That is more for me than you know. Yeah. Good to see you, Bats. Maple Leaf, how's it going? Maple in the house. Good to see you. Isha says I'm new. Welcome to the live stream, and welcome to the family, my friend. We're glad to have you here. Welcome. Good to have all of you, friends. CP65 in the house. I see you, brother. And good to see you once again, Captain Howdy. Thanks for joining. Sorry for missing the meeting last night. Yeah, my bad on that one. Evo Eagle Sky is in the house. Evo, how's it going, man? Let's give it up to Evo. Zach Cool, keeping it cool, is in here, friends. And there is TJ Turner. Let's give it up to TJ. Emmett, the Nemesis, is in here, friends. Emmett, it's good to see you. Hopefully you're still recovering and doing well, my friend. And good old Maple Leaf. Maple, how the heck are you, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you all. I had to turn up my hearing aids. Kangaroo, boy, yoing. It's been a while, man. How you doing, Kangaroo? It's probably just the fact I have the tunes too loud. There, is that better? Kangaroo, it's been a long time. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Good to have you here joining us tonight, along with the rest of the crew, as people are filing in. We've got some good stuff tonight for y'all. So let me talk about tonight's plan. So tonight we are in for a fully immersive commercial flight back in the Fenix A320. And, I really was thinking about this earlier today. I need to do the PMDG 7.3. But, I got WINGFLEX sending me stuff, WinCRL sending me stuff. By the way, WinCRL sending me their new Orion Rudder Pedals Airline Edition. Those should be coming soon. But WINGFLEX sent the Cube stand. So we've got the complete suite of WINGFLEX hardware, including the MCDU, the FCU, the EFIS, and even their RMP that's $600. But it's a delight. But $600, I don't know. I leave it up to you guys if you think it's worth it over some of the other products out there. It is definitely good. And we've got the Matey dropping in a $5 to dono. Matey, thank you so much. This quick flyby gave you a like and a hello, Symphonic, and everyone.
I gave you a like below at Symphonic and everyone see ya.
Thank you, brother. Let's give some love to our good friend, Matey. Matey, hopefully you are doing awesome, my friend. Here's some blue skies and orange whips. Hell, I'll even throw in an STD to you, buddy. Thank you so much, Matey, my good friend, our good friend. Thank you, friends, for Bats dropping in some emojis. If you have the emojis, please give a shout-out to Matey for that dono. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sometime you're going to have to join us and stick around, but nonetheless, I do appreciate you just stopping by and even saying hello. And hell, to top it off, it lays a $5 bomb on us, friends. I'm telling you. What do you think? Thank you, matey. And I am Symphonetic, your host, and we've got tons of stuff tonight. We've got a kind of a longer flight here as we're flying. We've got Orbix that's partnered with us for tonight. We are checking out their scenery here, departing from YPPH, Perth, if you will. And we'll be checking that out really quickly. They sent this to me to do a highlight and like 2 months ago, and I'm finally getting to it, and just got so much stuff. Big Steve, how you doing, Big Steve? Problem to have, right? Big Steve, welcome. Everybody say hello to Big Steve. And St. Jupiter is in the house, says what's up? What's up, St. Jupiter? Good to have you here. Thank you for joining the stream. And you've been here before, St. Jupiter. Testpot N911 RG's in the house. And speaking of you guys that are in the house in chat, let's call out those of you that are flying from this beautiful scenery and airport. I don't know if you have it, but you're here with me anyway. Evo Eagle Sky, let's give it up to Evo. To be flying with us tonight, along with our good friend Maple Leaf. Good to see Maple in here. Kangaroo, gonna be flying with us. That's awesome. Trojan Wabbit. I smell Hassenpfeffer. And there you are in 911 RG. It's good to see you, man. Flying with us, of course, TJ Turner and Bats. Bats, are you flying the C-17? Who else is over there? I can't tell. Kaliti? Who is that over there? You're getting, I don't want to, NYXIALITEE. Put it in chat. Who is that? I think I got the stuttering issue figured out, so y'all can tell me how it performs tonight. Hopefully better. I did a little bit of a test earlier over lunch today during my lunch hour. That's what I do for you, friends. You know, so I don't have Maple going embarrassing. You know, so hopefully, no, I'm probably jinxed it, but hopefully it's good. You're flying the MD-11, which is what you see. Okay, MD-11, nice. Fix your glasses. What's wrong with my glasses? What's wrong with my glasses? CP? Are you saying I read something wrong? Is that you? All right, friends. So we're going to get into it. Did I miss anybody? There could be somebody that is behind us. Let's take... No, nobody behind us that I see. But before we get on with it, let's go ahead and check the airport out here. So again, this is from Orbix. You can pick it up for about $20 US. And we'll turn down the music here. So flying Australia, back with Australia, and maybe we'll have some of our, as usual, some of the Aussie friends come over and say hello. Maybe Shane, maybe maybe we'll have Tony Beto come and say hello to us. I don't know, but here we got the terminal and that. So this is payware again, $20 US. And as you can see, it's very, very good scenery. It's nice scenery, and you even have the terminal area with some static folks. And so, but I do like that when they do this. Again, you know, is this necessary? Of course not, right? It's not necessary, but it is kind of nice when they take the time to add on some people and a terminal area. Oh, look at this, Maple. We can go over here and get you an H2O on the rocks. Say, hey, give this guy to my left, Maple. Give him an H2O on the rocks, would you? And then give me an orange whip. And the bartender would say, orange whip, what is that? And I say, anything you got on the top shelf, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what we're doing. TJ Turner says, I have payware, but the one before Orbix. Okay, which one is that? So to talk a little bit more about the scenery, some highlights really quick, because I got to do my due diligence here. They updated the scenery. Let's see. From the striking Skybridge expanding T1 International Terminal to the busy FIFO and general aviation aprons. So this is a 2025 update. Highly detailed Skybridge, as you saw. Do I really need to... Right, I mean, this is on everything. PBR materials and dynamic lighting for realistic visuals day and night. Okay, cool, but if you don't have that by now, you're behind. I think that's just a given. But if they didn't put that there, then maybe people would think they didn't have it, so I guess... Modeled interiors, as we're looking at right now, for the key terminal areas, including lounges and check-in halls, so right, and bars, right? I mean, this is the lounge, right? But look at Maple. But Maple doesn't even drink pop, so we can't even get him a Coca-Cola or a Sprite. But, you know, such is life. Such is life. High-resolution aerial imagery. We saw that as we started this. Custom GSX profile, which we will be using tonight. GSX. Custom jetways, air side clutter, static aircraft. I have the static aircraft turned off because I don't know about you guys. Who likes static aircraft out there in chat? You guys like guys and gals? Do you like static aircraft? I find them just I don't know. I'd rather have just the virtual AI stuff that's going around. Not me. Yeah, I'm with you, Zach. I mean, if I see other aircraft out there, I don't want them just be like sitting there static, catatonic, if you will. I want them to be able to like power up and start moving. Depends on the quality, yeah, I suppose. But I've turned my static aircraft off. I just, you know, if they're going to be there, they better be ready to fly. I like some, makes the airport look a little alive, yeah. But I'd rather have like the actual planes flying around and moving around. I don't know. That's just me. But, you know, maybe it depends, like CP65 says. Maybe on the quality, maybe the performance, you know. Depends on what rig you have, you know. That's the thing. And so, yeah. So anyway, this scenery is, I have it linked below if you care to check it out. You know, like any scenery, you know, it's up to each individual. Like, is it worth it? Are you going to be flying it? That's the thing, I think, with the scenery. It's like, okay, if you're going to be flying the airports a lot, obviously, well, that's cool. Or maybe it's, you know, scenery or an airport that's close to home that you fly a lot. And, of course, then it makes total sense. But if you're not flying it a lot and you're going to do a one-time off, then, yeah, it's probably not worth spending money on. But this scenery is good. Look, we even have a library. Let's go find Maple a book. Oh, look at this, Maple. You got windows here. You need a PC. There you go. There's your PC. You can stop flying on Xbox. Actually, that's Maple right there. Let me get a screenshot. There's Maple, people. That's Maple right there. Maple. Maple, you got holes in your jeans. All right, but anyway, we got the lounge. Ooh, we can go in here and get a little snack. What do we got here? Oh, Funyuns. I like Funyuns. Yes, gotta love Funyuns. What else we got here? We got Doritos, and only airport I'm going to buy is KRAL. There you go. Which one is that? I'm not familiar with the KRAL. Which one is that, Evo? Kerbelet is there. MSFS runs at 3 frames per second running this airport. Well, it's running a little bit better than that for me, Kerbelet, but nonetheless, appreciate you being here. What are you on? What are you running for hardware? That might be part of the problem. But, ooh, we had an airplane that was out there. I wonder who just disappeared. Maple, there's your mom. She's waiting for you. You're getting your snack. No, the hell that isn't. It's so easy. It's so easy to get Maple riled up, friends. I love it. I dig it. All right, so anyway, ooh, look at this. I didn't even know this was up here. Look. Oh, there you go, Maple. You can borrow one of these PCs. I'm sure it'll be right up to snuff. I didn't even know this was up here. And in fact, I'm kind of checking this airport out for the first time with y'all. You know? Look at all the computers. Oh, everybody's here. We're doing a LAN party. We got it all set up for all of you. We're gonna go old school, back to the day, and do a LAN party. But that's kind of cool. The lounge. I can dig it. What do we got over here? Ooh, we got the HVAC system. How about the front of the airport? Let's take a look. See here. Ooh, let's go. Oh, hey, bats! Doesn't this look familiar? This actually kind of looks like when we were at Sim Game Expo. That little seating area there. International arrivals. All right, let's check it out. Oh, look at this. Oh, we are in the terminal once again. Let's see. Where the hell is TSA? 5090? I'm just kidding, by the way. Okay. Thank God. You've got a 5090. Well, you got me beat by a damn sight. Bats, member for 20 months. I'll let Bitching Betty call it out. Come on, Betty.
What a ride. Good times, Mr. Simfanatic.
There she is.
FS Expo.
Awesome. Hey, let's give a shout out to Bats. Bats, thanks so much for the 20-month support, Sport Pilot. Appreciate it, buddy, and all the work you do to continue to be a moderator and rate these landings. We'll be having a landing challenge at the final destination of YPPD. And YPPD, I also have a link. It's not too bad. It's not too shabby scenery, so do pick that up if you would like. Now, there's another terminal area. Look, they're doing some construction here. Let's go check it out. There's another area here, so let's move on over here. What do we got over here? I'm ready for pushback, by the way. So if some of you are starting cold and dark, I'm just giving you time to get caught up here and get your pre-flight. So we're going to take off a runway 6, by the way. So we're just going to come over here. Runway 6 is right over here, I think. And, yep, there's runway 6. And then we got the other terminal area here. Nice add-on stuff here with the objects, the cars. Again, we got some jetways here going on, which is nice. And this is custom. I haven't actually gone in here. Here's Emmett. Hi, Emmett. Haven't actually gone in here yet, so we got more terminal area. Of course, this can eat performance, but, you know. Oh, we even got, like, oh, there's Maple again. Maple, how the hell did you get over here so fast? He's got his backpack because he's going to do his studies. Oh, isn't he a good kid? Yeah, I mean, I think there's some different... Practice, how's it going? Everybody, welcome, Practice. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Why is she coming out of the men's room? Pervert. She's coming out of the men's room. She's not supposed to be in there. I see how it is. All right, but anyway, I do like the fact that they've done some of this extra quality. He's late for a flight here or something. I don't know. LRM is already loaded. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bats. Always appreciate the reminder. Well, you know, these days, right, TJ? Exactly. So that's the scenery. I want to do another shout out to Orbex. Thank you, Orbex, for sending this our way. A lot of terminal area here. Has anybody been to Perth? I've never been to Australia. I have to, you know, if Shane wouldn't be slacking and he'd actually be here, I could ask him if he's been to Perth. Wonder if he's been there. Of course, this is way over on the west side of the country. But you know, look at, you got the city skyline over there. Oh, isn't that a beautiful? A lot of square footage area here. Square miles, maybe better a term for it, but a lot of area here that is completely rendered, as you can see. I thought there was a terminal area where it actually said Qantas. Where the heck is that at? I know it's somewhere here, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's over here. Nope, but I'm not going to waste your time on that. But anyway, nice scenery, and again, shout out to, well, one last thing. We got to go over here to the tower. We always got to check out the tower with this scenery stuff. Frank Rose in the house. Frank, how the heck are you doing, my friend? Good to see you, Frank. All right, let's go to the tower. It's near Terminal 3 and 4. Oh, okay. Thanks, TJ. We're going to go in here, and yep, we've got our tower here. I think I've seen this lady's twin in the terminal area, but as you can see, we've even got a rendered tower for ATC, which is nice. I do think this is kind of cool that they have the construction stuff going. That's kind of cool. Suppose they'll update that, update the scenery for free once that construction's done. What do you guys think? Think Orbex will do that? Probably. All right, without further ado, let's get this party started. Let's get over to our aircraft. We got the stairs here, and we are going to go ahead and proceed with pushback. Because like I said, we've got a little bit longer flight. Timothy is in here. Timothy, hello. How do? Welcome to the live stream, Timothy. We appreciate you joining us for the flight. Oh, look at that. It even looks like an MD-11 like Bat said. Look at that. I need to fly more of those. Isn't that the I&I builds there, Bats? So first, before we get started, I want to show you all something in highlighting WINGFLEX stuff tonight. So I am going to turn on the camera, and as you can see right here, this I don't know if you can see it if it's light enough, but this is a beautiful piece of hardware, if you will. It's not really hardware, well it is, but it's a mount. So this left EFIS is its own unit. This is the FCU, and over to the far right here is their RMP cube. Each one of these come with its own stand, but it's kind of wobbly. It's not bad, but it moves around and stuff like this. This is all one solid unit. The thing that I love about this, easy construction, unlike the wind control stuff, as amazing as their hardware is, and like you had asked Captain Howdy, how do you connect this stuff? It's not very intuitive. You got to kind of get the little nuts and stuff and do a couple colorful metaphors as you're trying to get the hardware, like the mounting hardware, brackets and stuff for the wind control. What I like about WINGFLEX is, of course, this is $189 US, so there's that, where wind control just sends you this stuff for free. Although, I got to be fair, WINGFLEX does give you the feet to mount it free with this, well, I won't say it's free, but it comes with the individual units. These all were amazing. There's 3 screws on the bottom of this. They screw in, and you just push it in, and it's in. Put 3 screws on, easy. 2 screws for the FCU, 3 screws for the RMP cube over here. And there are 3 cables that plug into the back of these that's contained inside this unit, which makes it all nice and tidy and nice for cable management. Those plug into the back of each unit, and then what the nice thing is, it has a little board on the back that takes all of those 3 USB connections and has 1 USB-C connector out the back. 1 cable, 1 port, and you're done. Unlike what I had before they sent this my way, I had 3 cables that I actually had to take and have cables laying over my desk, and then I had to plug those into my hub. Is that a big deal? Maybe, if you don't have enough ports, kind of a pain in the butt. But I also like the fact I have a cleaner look. This is more stable. I don't have to like hold on to the unit when I'm changing the switches. I just go up and I just change them, because this thing is rock solid, heavy duty. $189 bucks. I'm not gonna lie, it's not cheap, but it is all one plastic molded piece, so you're not having to like assemble it or anything. I should grab the box and show you. The box it has full graphic art. It's like the kind of box that you would pick up off the, you would like see on a display at a store. You know exactly what you're getting. It's all full padded. I love how WINGFLEX sends their stuff. The one thing about it is, and I don't know if this is the same for all of you if you order it, but it was for me. I had an import duty to pay, $36 for on top of, but I don't know if they make you pay for that or they just have influencers pay for it. I mean, it's the least we can do and cover the import duty. So I had to pay $36 upon delivery to UPS, so I couldn't have them just drop it off at my doorstep. I need to check with my contact at WINGFLEX and see if that's something. Stop making me spend money. I love it. I love it. They're Corbelet. I know I can't help it. I can't help it, but I can't. If for those of you that have the WINGFLEX hardware, this has a small thumbprint too. As you can see, it actually fits nice and snug right under my monitor here. And that is also something I love. I can just place that. I've got my keyboard right here, and I don't have a very deep desk. And so, you know, $190, not everybody can afford that, especially if you already dumped in like $600 or plus dollars on the individual cubes. These are called cubes, by the way. So again, we got the left EFIS. I'm gonna talk about these cubes a little bit more because I haven't done enough streams with this, with the WINGFLEX gear. By the way, we were supposed to already have the overhead. WINGFLEX is sending us the, I say us, they're sending me the WINGFLEX overhead panel with the stand. I was hoping I could have that by now, but I know a lot of you are anxiously anticipating that. It is $600. That isn't cheap, but I did check it out. As many of you were around me and were around their booth, Flight Sim Expo, and got a chance to talk to WINGFLEX about it. They have it on its, soon to be on its way. And but anyway, I love the fact that this is nice and tidy and just fits in there so nice and snug. The other thing I'm going to do is show you all this over here. This is the, it's not the wind control. This is the WINGFLEX MCDU unit. Now this one, it comes with a metal stand. It's actually a nice collapsible metal stand. But I got to tell you something. It ought to, as much as it costs. This thing is $600. And honestly, if I'm comparing that to some of the competitors out there, I think overall maybe a little bit better quality in terms of the parts and that and the feel, but not by a lot. Certainly not by $400 plus, right? But I do like it, and I haven't used it enough because we're usually using the wind control. But I wanted to show the WINGFLEX stuff. So we got the pretty much full WINGFLEX gear, but we do have the wind control, AGP, the throttle. Of course, we're flying the Fenix, so we got to have this stuff, right? And the Pack 32 and all that. And then I'm also using the URSA Minor because WINGFLEX doesn't have that stuff, so felt it wouldn't be a competing thing here. So as I highlight this stuff, but shout out to WINGFLEX again for sending this our way, and wind control. Get moving, says Evo. All right, we will do that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the music, and we are going to go ahead and do the pushback, and then I can cover some more of the stuff on the WINGFLEX gear, my thoughts on it, if you care to hear them. And if you don't, well, you're going to have to bear with me anyway, because I'm going to tell you anyway. All right, let's go ahead and get pushback, friends. We are ready. Evo's ready. I think everybody's ready. Okay, let me get to my checklist, and I'm pretty close. Seatbelt signs are on. We're going to go ahead and hit the beacon. Before I do that, I need to kick off the GSX. For whatever reason, I have to initialize it first. And then once I initialize it and close it there, it's initialized. So if I do Control-Shift F12, it'll come back up. As long as I have that done, as soon as we hit beacon, it's going to automatically start everything. It's going to start the GSX. You're going to see it flip through some of these screens. I'm not touching anything. It's just going to go through that. And you're going to start seeing the ground crew. See, the stairs are going to pull away. I love that it has the QantasLink stairs. That's a nice touch.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Tell me, but just get in the air. You know, I got to remember that, Evo. I got to remember. I got to get my butt up into the air and then talk about this stuff, right? Because we got like 2 hours. We got like 2 hours once we get up in the air. So.
Departure checker completed.
All right.
Pin inserted.
All right. I love this livery. How many of you, I just, the QantasLink, I think this is actually the first time we've flown, or I've flown the QantasLink livery. I dig it. All right, and check this out. Here we got the different push tug here.
Locking gear.
So he comes and pulls up, and we're gonna get pushed back here and start it up. TJ Turner says, I'm in the Jetstar livery from the A320neo. Nice. I must not have that one. Sorry, TJ. Oh, wait. You're... because I do have that... I do have the A320. I just don't have that livery. Did you give up on me? Because you used to tell me what liveries you had... Because we have a livery channel in Discord, and you guys can tell me what livery you're flying, and then I can say, oh, okay, I'll go ahead and download that so I have it.
Release parking brakes, please.
All right, we're going to release the parking brakes now. Check this out. So now that I've got the camera, I've got my camera high enough that you can see me actually release the parking brakes. So I love this thing. This wind control, I can't say enough about it. So we're going to go ahead and release the parking brake, and you can see me release that on that camera. And you can actually see me manipulate this. So we're going to go ahead and get the engine started. We're going to go with the right first. So we're going to go start down here, and then we're going to go ahead and flip the engine control to start. And listen to these beautiful sounds. Here we go. I got to turn up the volume. TFDI MD-11 just released for 2024. 5 USD for update. Nice, Captain Howdy. Because you have that one, right? Remember, I was debating getting the TFDI.
Please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features of our Airbus A320 aircraft. Thank you.
Purrs like a kid.
Gentlemen, welcome aboard our Airbus A320. Please pay attention to illuminated
I love that sound.
instructions.
Is there what? Okay, what do you all put it in chat? Who prefers the Boeing engine sounds versus the Airbus engine sounds? These are the IAE, by the way. All right, we're gonna go ahead and set the parking brake. As you can see, I'm gonna do that right here.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine.
And I love that I don't have to move up to the cockpit to do it and look at it and do it through the virtual cockpit. I just do it right there. Confirm engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Atlas Wave Studios, how's it going? Everybody welcome Atlas. He says he likes them both. You can't, I do too, to be honest. Especially, hey Atlas, especially if you have the Boris Audio Works for the 737, right? That's beautiful. All right, we're gonna start engine number 1. Here are these pumps. Tie over to the left, and engine's gonna kick in here. Look at that, we got Evo taking off. Evo's like, are you on the 747, Evo? You are! You're flying the 747-800. Wow! Cheers. Cool guy likes Boeing. I bet you didn't take off a runway 6, Evo.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Evo took the 11,000-foot runway here at Perth, I bet. Or he lives dangerously. I like both. Both sounds tickle my fancy. I love it. They tickle mine as well, Captain Howdy. Atlas says, going great. I made my new YouTube logo myself. That's beautiful, man. I love it. Atlas, you've been here before, right? You've been with us. Seeing a few new gamer tag names, so I'm not sure. It's like we had someone here earlier. What was their name? That dropped in for the first time, which is nice. GSX says, have a good trip. You have, Atlas. I thought so. All right, we're going to go down here, and we're going to go over to our charts. Again, this is Navigraph charts, and so we'll go ahead and pull up the ground chart for this airport so we can see where we are and get better situational awareness. We're just going to go left right over to 6. Nice and easy on the Charlie 6 taxiway. The Grumpy Gamer is in here. That's not Grumpy Old Studios, right? Grumpy Gamer, welcome, my friend. All right, we're not ready to taxi yet. I got excited, Grumpy. So we now have that all set. I got to go ahead and engine mode back to normal, as you can see here. APU bleed can come off and APU master, so we can go up top here. Notice I am not using the Rosefire overhead. I don't have enough frickin' desk space. It's a great problem to have. I don't have enough desk space. I'm gonna have to start building stuff. Actually, the overhead panel, I need, some of you had mentioned to me, and I'm gonna get this from WINGFLEX. They're setting the overhead, so I'll actually have the overhead here, and I'm gonna have a new camera or something that I'm manipulating the controls up top here, as you can see. APU bleed coming off, master switch coming off. The Grumpy Gamer said, formerly Big Jess Gaming, I just changed my name at the beginning of the year. Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate the clarification. So we've got the APU master off. Auto brakes we're going to set to max. Now you can see right up here, and this isn't Max the dog. You know, my dog's name's Max. A lot of you know this. But if I go over here, and you're going to see me push max on the WinControl AGP 32. Love it. Or is it 32 AGP? I always transpose that for some reason. We got that at 32 on the max. We now need to do the flaps to 2, I believe it is. If you look over here, I'm going to switch this performance. So I'm going to look down to Chinatown. So if we go down here, you're going to see me flip this over to performance, and you can see that move. And we got flaps 2. So we're going to go flaps 2. So I'm going to go right here on the Pack 32 and set that to 2. Again, this is the Pack 32 that connects to the URSA Minor Throttle unit. They are separate units. You can buy separately or a combo deal. All right, now the flaps are at 2, and hey, bada. So wing, Kennedy, ground spoilers. We're gonna go ahead and arm these, and so you're gonna see right down here, because we've got the WinControl Pack 32, we're gonna pull that up and it arms, beautiful. And last but not least, we'll do the pitch trim. I don't have a trim wheel, but what I do is I go to the E-cam, and you can see under here I've got the E-cam. I'm going to hit flight control, so you're going to see that's going to switch this over here, and I'm going to go to pitch trim up to 0.3. So that's just going to be 3 clicks of my scroll wheel to up, and then that should change to 0.3, and we have 0.3, so we should be good to go there. TCAS, definitely getting into here soon, and I actually, on the RMP Cube, there is a TCAS button. Bats, if you're not aware, and maybe you are, maybe that's why you were teeing it up to me. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we got clearance from ATC, we'll say. Let's go ahead and put the strobes to auto and the taxi lights to on. So strobes are going to come on to auto, and then we're going to get our nose wheel set to taxi, and I think we are good to, we're not going to use runway turnoff lights, so remove the parking brake, and we're going to go ahead and start spooling up our engines to get going here. And we're off. LRM is loaded. Thank you, Captain Howdy. And look at who's here, the one and only Vruden the Great. Vruden, how you doing, buddy? Oh, Cordial Cloud, when did you sneak in? Good to see you, old Cordial Cloud. Good to see you, sir. And now you can get a zoomed out view of all the controls we're using. Well, you can't see all of them. You can't see my URSA Minor Flight Stick. You can see the stuff down there, but look at Maple, foot condoms. Oh, Maple, I love you more than my luggage. DJ Turner over there, taxiing on over to us. Gamer VR, nice, Gamer VR. Gamer VR, what are you using a VR headset? Maybe he's using the Pimax Crystal Super, friends. You know, got a big couple videos out of that. Vruden says, I just came by to leave a like. I haven't set up Flight Sim on the new computer yet. Well, Vruden, get that done, man. I mean, you let Johnny beat you. You let Johnny beat you to it. But no, I appreciate you dropping by, Vruden. Let's give a shout out to Vruden in chat. And thank you for, even if it is just to say hi and drop a like, we appreciate it, Vruden. Hopefully you're doing well, buddy. Happy New Year. Hopefully you had I'm sure you did, knowing you, Vruden, that you had a good New Year's Eve celebration, right? Somewhere, some way, somehow. I know you did. All right. All right, behind Cordial Cloud here. And I can feel these, like, rumble. I thought I took care of that earlier. And here we go. Johnny Mon, speak of the devil. It's Johnny Mon, hell of a guy, by the way. Everybody welcome Johnny Mon to the stream. Johnny, are you working tonight? I know you are. I know you gotta be. Because if you weren't, you'd be using that new PC build flying with us in Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? Yeah, I figured you had to be working, buddy. Johnny Mon, hell of a guy. Kangaroo up there. Let's go ahead and jump outside the aircraft here and take a look at all of you good people. And see how you're doing here. St. Jupiter is up behind him, Kangaroo, and then Cordial Cloud. And TJ Turner holding short, crossing runway 06. And St. Jupiter is rolling. And I think ATC just told Kangaroo they can position and hold. And TJ Turner, uh-oh, runway incursion! TJ Turner is going across that runway, and St. Jupiter is rolling. TJ, I have a number you can contact. Possible pilot deviation. I gotta say it to him for once. Must be Hoot. Kangaroo's just checking for his Joey in his pouch. Kangaroo, you're from Australia, right, mate? Down under? From the land down under? I come from the land down under. What's that band? Anybody name that band? Who sings that song? Kangaroo probably knows. We have any of our Aussie friends here tonight, they'll know. Kangaroo, if he doesn't move soon, we're just going to have to go through him, Cordial Cloud. Men at work. Zach Cool is always keeping it cool. He's got it, Zach. Nicely done, my friend. Are we there yet, CPS? Not quite. Soon. Oh, here we go. Kangaroo's moving. All right, we are number 3 for takeoff. Maple, you already take off? You did. Just like a young man coming in for a quickie. He is like always like ready to go, get up in the air, can't wait for anything. I'll tell you, friends, kids these days. Am I right there, CP? Kids these days, I tell you. CP65 says, wow. I'm always like just appalling CP65, right? I'm just always. That's going to be a good screenshot right there, Cordial. What do you think? All right, look at Kangaroo. He was ready to go. Like, he took forever there, but he was, like, ready to go. He, like, position, hold, and went. Went like a rocket. We have Cordial Cloud. He's moving now, so I better get my butt running here through the last part of the checklist here, Maple. And CP. Talk about kids and quickies, man. Yeah. Probably not. Well, I didn't say quickie meant anything that was that way. Quickie I was referring to is like they don't want to wait. They just want to come in, get going, and fly away. I wasn't saying anything of the something nature, if you know what I mean, TJ. I wasn't the one to bring that one up. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right, let's go through the rest of the checklist, and let's see here. Okay. Before takeoff, terrain to ND. Okay, so here we've got this part here, terrain to ND. Let me see. Where's my? Oh, here we go. There. Okay, so we're gonna go terrain on ND. So launch that. Weather radar. There isn't a weather radar switch on this, but I'm going to show you something that's pretty cool. We'll go weather radar, PWS, and weather radar to 2. But now take a look over here, if you can see this. One of the things that I like, if I can bring up the FCU, can you all see this? I wanted to point something out. So on the FCU, way over, I don't know if you can see. It's probably kind of hard to see. But over here, I've got a switch. I can do the auto TCAS there, and you can see that switching, and then I can go TARA. So this is part of the RMP cube that I actually like. It's pretty cool that you can like switch that back and forth. So this module is a little different because it doesn't duplicate what's on the left EFIS like the wind control. It's actually, I like the fact that it adds functionality, but the one thing that I don't care for is now that I can switch my QNH here for my barometer, I can change my arc and my plan and stuff like that, and my distance here, my controls, but I can't do it on my first officer area there. So even with this, I still got to go down here, and I got to set this stuff over here manually. And so that part, that's one disadvantage, you know, but you get the advantage of having the RMP cube and having all the other stuff. So so anyway, we are almost ready for takeoff. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this ready. Takeoff configuration test. So we've got the ECAM right here. So I'm gonna hit this button, and what we're gonna see is that takeoff configuration on the ECAM go to green, so normal. And we need to, last but not least, get all of our lights going. Lights on, runway turnoff lights on, takeoff, and wing light on, and I think we are ready to rock and roll finally, friends. So let's see here. Double check our checklist, always checking that, right? Nose light, landing gears, strobes, and I think we are set to go. We are set to go. Here we go, ready to roll, TJ. Evo says go. I do have track IR enabled. Let's light this candle. There you go, CP. Now this is a pretty short runway. I mean, it's not super short, but it's only 7,000 feet. There's another runway here that's over 11,000 feet. So we definitely want to stop and spool. Blue skies, thank you, Atlas. Here we go, 40%, and let's do this. 40%, release the brakes, and toga. There is a crosswind. A little bit of right aileron here, and rotate. Positive rate of climb, there we go, our nose goes into it, and gear up. So we got the metal lever here, and gear up. Go ahead and go back to flaps 1. I'm going to go ahead and go to 20 on my left MFD. Look at this. It's turning me, burning me. Last notch of flaps up. Let's go ahead and enable autopilot. And again, we're highlighting the WINGFLEX hardware and the desk mount, the cube mount, if you will. Cube stand is actually what they call it. $189 US, expensive, but I think it's worth it. Let's go climb. We're gonna go ahead and do climb. 2 clicks down on the auto throttle there, or on the throttles rather. And we are set to go, friends. We are set to go finally. And that's how you do it, friends. Captain Audi says, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's see our friends back there. Who else is coming? There's TJ Turner coming. Old golfer, I missed you, old golfer. How'd I miss you, old golfer? There's Gamer VR 323. Sorry I missed you there, old golfer, earlier, Mike. Good to see you, Mike. Cheers, brother. Cheers to y'all. As we climb out. So let me go back to this. So here, some of the stuff I'm going to talk about here, and y'all let me know when I get to 10,000 feet. One of the things that I didn't mention earlier, and some of you are aware of, but okay, so the EFIS are these cubes, the combo cubes, if you will. The left cube is the EFIS. This is the FCU. This is the flight control unit. And then the right side I was just talking about is the RMP panel, where you can actually, I like the fact that they have it so you can switch your comms, your navs. If you're doing the ILS, you can do all that stuff. HFI, nav, landing system, all that stuff. So you actually can do all of that over there. VHF2 as well. Just looking, there's an on-off switch. I gotta remember what that is. I think that's for the, I don't really want to turn it off right now, but I think that's for your radio here. There's actually can you see that? There's a, I haven't really highlighted this enough, but over here there's, I bet that turns off the radio. Let me try it. Yeah, it turns off the radio. Let me turn the radio back on. There we go. That's all that does. We are at transition altitude. So we're going to go ahead and do STD. So the thing I wanted to show you all too, so yes, it's nice because you can just go ahead and pull out and do STD. But there is no there's no barometer here. I can't set the altimeter. And so if I go over to the right here, you notice I can't, unlike the wind control, there is no switch to do it. So what I really hold short on this one is I got to go in here and still do this manually and do my middle mouse button, and then that pulls that out, and then it does STD. Yeah, don't do it. Too late. I already did it. You know me, Evo. I can't pass it up. I always got to be pushing and dinking with stuff, right? So we can go ahead and turn off our landing lights. So let's go ahead and turn those off so I don't forget, because then I'll get into later into the stream and then go to land and realize I never turned these off. So go ahead and turn those off. So we got the lights off. But that's the one. Now there is a stick priority button here, and I need to test that, because I don't know. Maybe I can push this and then have this do the different stuff as I was the first officer, so that might be the workaround. I honestly don't know. I need to test that, and it was something I just thought of today, but I already had everything set up and I didn't want to test it. I certainly don't want to dig with it now, because I think I did try that one other time and it messed up my control. Zach Cole says you can set the settings for the Fenix to set both. Oh, there you go. Okay, good to know, Zach. Thank you. That's smart. That's smart. With just the left one. That makes sense. Okay, and you would do that obviously within the either the MCDU or probably the EFB, right? Thank you, Zach. That makes sense. So yeah, do like Zach says. Set it up in your EFB so it does both of them. In fact, I bet it's in the EFB, isn't it? So if we go over here, there's a settings. Better swing, better Kennedy sim settings. Bet it's in here. Airframe, airline modifiable information. EFB mount, nav and go around. Don't see it there. Controls. Flight director, landing system, increment thrust, auto door. All right, callouts, units, GSX. I'm sure I went right by it. I think it's EFB. That's what I did. I only got the wind wing left EFIS. Okay. I'm sure it's in here. I just missed it. Probably under controls. Scrolling acceleration, control position. Oh, wait. No, I thought maybe that would go left, right, both. Oh, EFIS. Independent. There you go. Linked. There it is. There it is. Okay, let's test it now. So now I'm going to push in. Push it really good. And there we go. That was it. Hey, better. So wing, better, Kennedy. You know what? You just earned yourself there. Is that cool? You earned yourself the first officer emoji. You're the first of tonight that won the first officer emoji for helping Mr. Symphonetic out. Thank you, sir. We got it. Now I got to remember to set it back when I go and fly wind control again. Perfect, though. Brilliant, brilliant, I tell you. Timothy says, what's everyone cruising speed? Good question. What are we cruising at? I'll tell you once we get up there. Let's go down here. FMGC. Let's go to performance. And this is climb, next phase, cruise. There's our distance. Upgraded there. Okay, there we go. Mach 0.88. Mach 0.75. Go down back down here and do a flight plan. Once we get up top of climb, and then we're going to be cruising. I got 0.76. 0.77, 0.76 for me. I'm being very green. Unlike Maple, that goes 0.88, burns fuel. Carbon emitter, you, Maple. Sakes. Flight level 350. Yep, that's where I'm going. Flight level 350. And by the way, we will be landing using the RNAV Z for 3-2 approach. Or I'm sorry, RMP. RMP Z. Maple says, I'm in a more fuel efficient plane than you. That's true. That's true. Good point, Maple. Zach, what are you flying? I mean, you're ahead of me, and I already forgot what you were flying. What happened to ILS? You know, that's a good point. I haven't done ILS for the longest time. The A319. Okay, well that makes sense why you'd be at a different Mach. I thought about flying the 319 actually, because we've been flying the 320 an awful lot. I saw there was a small update for the Phoenix aircraft, by the way. It was like about 500K or something like that. Oh, back to, I was talking about the WINGFLEX stuff, so let me get back to that. So, let me pull this up for you. So you get a better, is that better, Maple? So this is the stand. So you can see it's got a lip down here that actually stands on. I've got it on top of my my monitor. Actually, doesn't have a tripod stand, which is nice. So I can just stick this right under. There's the bottom of my monitor, as you can see. Fits perfectly, absolutely perfect. So here you can see this better. So here we got the left EFIS, we got the FCU, and the RMP cube. These are 80%. So like wind control, their modules are 1 by 1. These are 80%. So let's talk about the advantage of that first. Having it be 80%, the nice thing about it being 80% is you get more desk space. So it's a smaller thumbprint. I think that's obvious, but that's one of the benefits. If this would have been like if this was a 1-to-1, it may fit underneath my monitor. I guess it would depend on the stand, but that's nice. Again, I already talked about the RMP and the benefit because you actually have, you know, the module here, the cube here that you can do the COM and the VHF and the ILS and the nav and all that stuff. I do like that. You can even talk to ATC and do some of these other things here. There's all kinds of knobs and buttons and stuff. I got nav, VOR, LS for landing system, GLS. So we got all this stuff down here. But what I really like about the fact that this is metal casing. So like the unit itself that you get it is a cube. It actually has metal housing, which is kind of interesting because you like put these devices in, or these cubes rather, inside your desk mount or your cube stand is what they call it. I'll get it right eventually. And so these are metal, so I like that. Now the knobs and switches and stuff, these are all plastic, and then these are plastic. But it does have a nice clean display for the lettering. Some of that's reflecting, so it's hard to see. And my camera is not doing a good job of autofocusing, but believe me, it's extremely clear, easy to read. And what I also like is underneath here, you got these, I can turn the lights up and down, and actually the stand has a cutout on the bottom, so you actually have these little knobs that you can do the brightness control directly on here. Now, one thing you're going to notice that I wish they would do is my left EFIS and my RMP on the right, when I do the dimming mode, it doesn't actually change it. And I would think that maybe in the software they would link those, so if you're doing it manually, you can change it. So if you want to change the left and right EFIS units, you got to do them manually by going up here and doing this, and then you can see it's changing brightness, and then the display you can change it there. So that's something I think they could improve. Is like, why not link these together through? They got a connecting software, which I'll talk about here too. Their connecting software, well, I should call it their bridge software, which actually ties it to the flight simulator and the aircraft you're flying. And this, of course, is compatible with all the Fenix Airbus, the fly-by-wire, and that sort of thing in Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I'm pretty sure it's compatible for those of you that fly X-Plane. But the thing that I really wish they would do is connect that with their bridge software with all units so you can control it with these manual dimming knobs. Not a big deal, but it'd be nice. But their bridge software is the simplest, easiest thing. I mean, out of all of the hardware that I have, I can honestly say that WINGFLEX has that done right. It recognizes everything immediately. It's very simple. It just works. And it doesn't have a lot of layers and API calls. It just freaking works. I mean, honestly, you could take the EXE, drop it in a folder, launch their bridge software, which is just, what is it called? WINGFLEX UI is the name of the bridge software. So the app that you launch, and it just immediately recognizes Microsoft Flight Simulator. It immediately recognizes the aircraft that you're in. And SimMap Pro is good, and it works well. But I'm telling you, and then the one thing I don't like that I've been talking about, I love Rosefire overhead panel, the V3 version anyway, not the V2. But they use MobiFlight, and a lot of you probably use MobiFlight for, you can actually use MobiFlight for if you have aircraft like the Boeing and you only have the Airbus wind control or the WINGFLEX stuff. Some of the community out there will get a MobiFlight profile set up so you can actually use the hardware with it, which is actually cool. Rosefire uses MobiFlight, and I'd really like to see Rosefire create their own bridge software, which I think they actually are working on. I don't know if they heard me talking about it, but they are working on that, I believe, and it's in beta. So I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I got an email that they said something about the beta program for it, and I think they're working on that. So that ought to be good. And what I really like about these developers, like Wind Control, aka WinWing, Wind Control, WINGFLEX, Rosefire, they definitely take feedback from me, and I think that's amazing that they do that, and they take feedback from the community. So I think that's really good that they're listening, right? But anyway, but the stand, I can't say enough about it. $190. I don't know if one of you were to come up and be like, Sim, I've got the RMP, the EFIS, and the FCU from WINGFLEX. Should I get the desk stand? And my answer would be, depends. Do you have $200 laying around that you can just throw at it and it won't hurt you? And you're not really looking to buy something else hardware-wise? Like maybe if you don't have rudder pedals, or you don't have a good set of rudder pedals, or you don't have a really good yoke. My suggestion then would be, no, put it towards those things. Stuff they're going to use all the time, right? But if you have all that stuff and you're already good to go and you have money in your pocket that you're ready to burn and you have the EFIS, RMP, and the FCU, I'll be like, yes, buy it. It's awesome. I love it. If you only had one of the units, one of the cubes, you only had the RMP, or you only had the FCU, or you only had the EFIS, and you asked, would you buy it? I'd be like, no, wait. Unless you're going to get all three, don't buy it. But actually, I'd say take that $190 and buy yourself the FCU or buy yourself the EFIS first, right? So where I'm getting at is, if you have the money and you have all 3 cubes, yes, get the desktop mount. If you have 2 or less, no, get the third thing, because each of these cubes, let's see, I can tell you right now, each of these cubes, so the one on the left, the EFIS right now, USD, it costs, see, I did a little bit of homework before the stream, so I looked this up last, make sure it didn't change. So the pricing is essentially $199 for each one of these cubes. So it's $200 each, right? So if you didn't already have all 3 of them and you're like, Sim, should I get the desktop stand? I would say no. Use the $200 or $189 plus $10 and buy that one last component with WINGFLEX that you don't have. Don't buy this until you have all 3. If you have all 3 and you have the $200 to spare, absolute no-brainer. Cable management, 1 USB port, frickin' solid design, nice and clean setup, sits right on your desk. If you have all 3 modules, buy it. Let's see, Captain Howdy says, can you program a streamer deck to lower and raise the lights on the WINGFLEX? Can you program a streamer deck to lower and raise the lights on the WINGFLEX? Probably. I don't know. That's probably going to be an API call. You know, if you use something like, what's the API layer for the Stream Deck? I almost have it. Dell always talks about it. I can't think of it. You probably need, like, it'll come to me. You'll probably need something like FCU IPC or SimConnect, Captain Howdy. I mean, I love your question. You're probably going to have to do that because if, essentially, here's where I'm getting at. If you don't have a brighten and dim your displays within, like, the main controls when you go into Microsoft Flight Simulator, you're going to need either SimConnect, FCU IPC, or SPADS. Isn't it SPADS.net or something like? Yeah, they're SPAD next. It just came to me, Bats. Thank you. So you're gonna need something like that that actually goes down to the API programming layer to be able to communicate, because if it doesn't have an option in Microsoft Flight Simulator, like a keyboard option that you could set, you're not going to be able to do it in Streamlabs. I love the Streamlabs. You're not going to be able to do it in your Stream Deck, but I do love the question, Captain Howdy. I do love it. SPAD next, that's it. Great question. Let's see. We are at flight level 350, so we can go ahead, turn off our seatbelt sign, and so I'll go ahead and do that. There we go. You are all free to roam around the cabin, St. Jupiter. St. Jupiter says there are other button interface controllers out there you can use. There you go. Oh, yeah, there's a ton of them, right? I mean, I was talking about Rosefire. Rosefire has a billion things. You're probably talking about Stream Deck-like things, but I'm telling you right now, so here's the other thing. I know we're supposed to be focusing on WINGFLEX, but Rosefire and RTR Hobby, they're going to be sending other modules. Like, I mean, before we know it, we're going to have an entire Airbus created, because Rosefire has this panel they're going to be sending me that has your multi-scan weather stuff and your predictive wind shear. They have this module they're going to be sending that we're going to be checking out. They also have, what was the other thing they're sending? I think it's this whole unit over here that we actually have with the RMP cube. Or no, maybe it's the communications part, but we already had that with the RMP cube. But they've got some additional stuff they're sending our way that we'll be checking out. It's crazy. I know, right? Baby steps. I'll get there. There you go, Johnny. St. Jupiter says you can customize almost anything. WinWing, WINGFLEX are still the most elegant and nice. Yes, totally agree. Johnny says you'd be better speaking Spanish with all of that, and I'd understand it better, and I don't even speak Spanish. No worries, Johnny. It's a lot. Well, if you're not in IT regularly, it probably doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense, and I'm probably talking gibberish. We see Kangaroo TJ Turner back there. We also have Old Golfer 67. We have Emmett the Nemesis up there, Maple Leaf. We've got, who's that up there? There's some others. Trojan Wabbit, I see you up there. And I can't quite see your gamer tag. Clam Jammer's with us, and N911 Clam. That name, I tell you. API, blah, 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 yeah. All right, well, we are at flight level 350, friends. I think it's time for a little break and a little orange whip refresher, if you will. Refresher eggnog, friends. Do appreciate everybody being here. We're at 30 right now. I've got some more thoughts and things to talk about in the WINGFLEX. Again, want to say thank you to WINGFLEX, Wind Control, for their support along with Orbix today for tonight's flight. And I've got some stuff. I got some things to tell y'all that's coming. A little bit more about Flight Sim Expo. We haven't actually a little bit more. I haven't even talked about Flight Sim Expo. I thought I'd spare you all the recurring trailers every time, so I'll kind of spatter them here and there. But I want to talk about Flight Sim Expo, what some of the plans are right now for that, and some stuff that happened in previous Flight Sim Expos that you might want to listen to and hear about, especially if you're going to join us at Minneapolis for that. But friends, let's take about a 5 to 7 minute break. I'll be right back, and we'll continue on. You all can ask me any question that you want, sim related. Got to be careful with that. And I'll be right back, friends. So stick around. There's more to come. Don't go anywhere. Please stick around. All right, friends, thanks for sticking around. Back with you. Took a little bit of extra time. My son finished, I think, is it the Venator? He got the UCS edition of the Lego Venator. The sucker was like a billion pieces. I don't know. It was a lot of pieces. And he has the UCS of the AT-AT. So, like, my wife was helping him get everything situated and set up. It looked pretty damn cool. Let me get caught up on chat here. Daniel, how's it going, Daniel? Good to see you, Daniel. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's see. Captain Howdy has a request. He says, can I request next Wednesday the PMDG 737-800? I think I might be able to make that happen. See, the problem is, Captain Howdy, is as far as I know, now you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, the wind control hardware stuff does not yet work with the PMDG 737-800 Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And maybe it's been, there were a few updates though to, actually I saw an update last night to the SimApp Pro. That's the bridge software for wind control. And then there was another update today, and there were a few firmware updates, like my URSA Minor Flight Stick was updated. There was a firmware update for it last night, and I updated it. And then I noticed right before the stream started tonight, there was an update for the Orion pedals, firmware-wise. So that's cool. Evil Eagle Sky is holding at flight level 420. Wow. Wow. You're way up there, buddy. You're way, way up there. Johnny Mon says, you're talking to the guy. Oh, this was from the earlier discussion. You're talking to the guy that was using his Xbox wires to hook up his rudder pedals and not understanding why it wasn't working. Took me 2 days and 6 videos later to figure it out. No worries, man. Hey, you know what? We all learn somewhere, John. We all got to start somewhere, brother. Daniel Stewart says, LRM, thank you, Daniel. I have been running LRM since before I started the flight, but I appreciate the reminder, buddy. Captain Howdy says, MD-11 or PMDG 737. Johnny says 737. Let's see, Captain Howdy says, or wait, Captain Howdy says, I've had 0 issues with that plane. That's good to know. Very easy to butter the landing. You know, I've found that out myself. The 737, Captain Howdy, is definitely an easier one to butter. Matey, back in the house. Matey says, just found out I don't have to work tomorrow. Winter storm, school is closed. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, brother. Well, welcome back, Matey. Good to have you here, sir. How much snow? Winter storm? It's 19 degrees here right now, by the way. Sorry about that little shuffle shindig I just did, Steve. Steve Mallon's in the house, friends. Steve, how's it going? Good to see you. Bedrock in here. Bedrock says, good evening, Symphonic and chat. Good to see you, Bedrock. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Everybody welcome Bedrock in the house. Good to see you, Bedrock. Matthew says, oh, I will, Bats. You know how difficult it is to drive a bus in snow and ice. Thank God for school closing. There you go, brother. Is it a lot of snow, Matey? Matey? Matey is our star and champion of our virtual airline. Like, what are you up to, Matey, right now in terms of hours? He's like by a long shot. Let me go. I'm going to, you know what, Matey, just because you're here, I'm going to bring up Flight Sim Hub. I haven't done that in a while. And let's take a look at this together, friends. Let me bring up Chrome. And Chrome, there we go. And let's check out how great Matey's doing right now. So here we go. Is it gonna come on? Or, oh yeah, here we go. Oh, it's a little cropped. Let me do this. Okay. Jeez. There we go. I'll be like Maple. The hell? It's like Maple's go-to. The hell? You know, you could be choking on anything. Maple would just be like, what the hell? That's how... just to let you know, never go with Maple somewhere where you may have, like, some sort of maybe medical emergency. Because all he's going to do is he's going to look at you, he's going to go, what the hell? Okay, we get this open up here. There we go. Okay, so if we go to airline staff, I think, right? And if I go to SC, isn't that the hours SC? Yeah, look at Maple. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize Wingman's right on your tail there, matey. And look at you, TJ Turner. Holy crap. When did you guys all of a sudden like pull out all the stops with all the hours? Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, what the hell? And bruh. Flaps 40, bruh. Maple, always flaps 40. No matter what aircraft he flies, flaps 40. Sim currency. Oh, okay, that's right. Isn't that where do I find the hours? Like the number of hours? Isn't there like a number of hours? Or is that basically it? Active pilot, it's got to be it. But I mean, unless you've been spending stuff, but Métis certainly in the lead. I mean, even Kyle's not. Look at you, Johnny. Look at Johnny, man. Hell of a guy, by the way. Look at him. Gosh, you're all kicking my ass. This is half the time the only time I ever use this is when I'm, well, not the only time. Like, I actually did a full flight last night to prep for tonight. So there's Simfanatic. There I am. Down in the bowels of the, not that far. I guess I'm halfway. Dirk, I got Dirk to Dirk Diggler bait, so that's good. But look at like Métis still in the lead. How about that? Click on Métis. Click on him. Oh, there we go. Almost 5,000. Look at this. Almost 5. Can you all see this? Yeah, you can see it. Almost 5,000 hours. Holy shnikes, matey. So this is what Métis drives the bus in the morning, goes home, flies 8 hours. No, it wouldn't be that long, right? What does school go? What does it go, Métis? When is your shift? Like, drop the kids off at the pool, and then, and then you take the kids actually to school. Maple has no idea what drop the kids off at the pool means, matey, by the way. I fly more than I work, I guess. That's awesome, man. I wish I could do that. But look at that. Over 1.5 million nautical miles Matey's got in here. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Wingman here. Actually, no, let's look at TJ, because TJ's flying. If Wingman was in here right now, is Wingman in here? I don't think Wingman's in here. If Wingman was in here, I'd be opening up and we'd be talking about him. But let's take a look here. So we got TJ, and I mean, that's not too shabby, TJ. Almost 2,000 hours, and 703,000 total. So you got about half, right, of what Matey has. So Matey's been spending his money, because Matey's almost at 5,000 and TJ's at 2,000. So actually, I thought Matey, you had a lot more hours than the next runner-up. And now we got to look at the runner-up, though. So we will pull up Wingman, I guess. But even that, look at that. 12. Wait, how is he? Oh, because I'm doing by the bucks. Never mind. They should have hours here so I could sort. Because actually, Wingman isn't the runner-up. TJ's actually got him beat in hours. 1946. Yeah, TJ, you got him beat by hours, so they should have hours here. Should have hours. Matey says, I am doing 2 world tours in your sim. That is amazing, dude. Thank you. Let's give a shout-out to Matey, that one. That's awesome. Captain Howdy says, Symphonic Matey can't spend any money. Nothing to spend money on. Well, that's true. That's changing, by the way, Captain Howdy. We've got to figure out some stuff that we talked about that during our last moderator meeting. The one before last night that I forgot to attend. Yeah, we won't talk about that. Just let that one roll. But we talked about some perks, if you will, for spending that money. Yeah. So, but hats off to you, matey. That is amazing, dude. As he said, I mean, he's got it going on. I mean, obviously, wow, that is. While I'm in here, I'm gonna map my Chrome. Well, I can't do that because it's gonna be different every time. That's the thing I hate about that. So I'll just turn that off the manual way. There we go. But matey, nice job, man. Nice job. Let's go ahead and check how much time do we have. The top of the descent is 0339. So if I go ahead and switch over to this camera, I can look right. Can you see that? So I forgot to hit chronometer and start here. 0257. And 0339 is the top of descent. So what is that? 39 plus about 2 minutes, so 41 minutes will be at top of descent. So I'm going to set my sundial at about 37 minutes. So I got time to get everything set up for that. About 5 minutes before our top of descent. Did somebody drop in exclamation sim? So if you want to, we're just talking about our virtual airline. And if we are doing all kinds of upgrades, I want to do a shout out to DelGam88. And Proctus was here earlier. I don't think he's here anymore. Thanks, Johnny and Bats. But in any case, we have some exciting stuff that's coming down the pike. And if you haven't joined our virtual airline, join it. Or at least drop into Discord and check it out. And go to our virtual airline, Symphonetic virtual airline section in Discord. And it has some exciting news of things that we have in store and already been doing. Like Matey said, he's already doing 2 world tours. We got some new world tours set up. We have a whole economy thing set up. I can't disclose anything, but Blue Games is working on something. So we've been in connection with Blue Games and with Proctus on possible some cool things coming from Blue Games. But yeah, some really neat stuff. Thank you, guys. It's always nice to have an objective when you're flying, right? So, Flight Sim Expo, yes. Let me grab some information here I want to review with all of you. Who's all going to Flight Sim Expo? Put it in chat. Let me know. I know some of you, but let the others know, actually, that are in here. If you're going to Flight Sim Expo. Look, Max actually from Wind Control actually sent me a message on the Orion 32 rudder pedals. So, hot off the press, I'll tell you what he said, friends. He just sent it literally 7 minutes ago. Hot off the press. I gotta read this off now, what he sent. Here we go. Here we go. From Max, I'm reading this to you all right now live. I got this 7 minutes ago, an email from my good buddy Max over at Wind Control, aka Windwing. He said, hi Darren, the Orion 32 rudder pedals, Airliner Edition, and the combat rudder pedals. The hell, he's sending me the combat rudder pedals? Holy crap, Max and Wind Control. They're sending me, okay, you're all gonna hate me. I'm getting the combat rudder pedals and the Orion 32 rudder pedals sent my way. Oh my gosh. I might have to give away the Orion 32 rudder pedals, the regular ones I've been using, the ones like right down here, but you're gonna have to be in the US because it's gonna cost me $1 billion to send it if you're overseas. But like, because we've got these are the regular Orion ones, and but anyway, they're sending Wind Control. Thank you. Sending the combat rudder pedals and Orion 32 Airliner Edition, and so he's got some stuff in here. Let me see. I got to read this first to myself. Product introduction, key messaging for the new products launch have been attached to the email, so I'll read that. There's an embargo. Looks like it lifts at 10 on January 27. Feel free to reach out. That is amazing. So, friends, hot off the press from our good friend Max over at Wind Control. Wind Control is not only sending us the Orion 32 rudder pedals, Airline Edition, but also the combat rudder pedals. And that is amazing. So we will be checking those out. Looks like January 27th. So watch for that, Evo and Johnny. All right, now I got to get caught up on, I got all excited. I got to get caught up on chat here. Let's see. Bedrock says a brand new computer build may be in the foreseeable future. May need, let me read this. May need to reach out to you professionals for advice on what is needed. Perfect. We are happy to serve, Bedrock. I'll be there. Haven't booked anything yet, but I will be there for Flight Sim Expo. Where did the hate word come from? CP. Let's see here. Johnny says either that or build new room in the house for all your hardware. And let's see, that means plenty of foot cam action. There you go, TJ. Bedrock says, for the right price, I'd purchase some pedals off of you. Nice. Yeah, well, that you know what? I didn't even consider that. Maybe I could do like a, instead of a giveaway, do like a real cheap thing, and then, or I don't know. I don't know how I do that, though, because then I still got to figure out who's the first to bid. I got to think about that, because what could make it... We do actually, another thing within Discord, we have a, you know, you can list your stuff there, and you can sell it. I do not take any responsibility for anything that is sold and doesn't arrive, you know, in good condition or anything, unless it's from me. But we do have a marketplace for all of you to sell your older gear. I know Proctus has sold some stuff to some of you that, you know, it's a great way to buy something on the cheap, and you get it from people that you know within our community. Who doesn't have rudder pedals like me? Ask CP65. I don't know, CP. Test Pilot N911 says, bid them out. I could bid them out. We could start them at $1. Now, something seems wrong about that, though. But we could do that. Test Pilot. It sounds like a lot of you, instead of me doing a giveaway, would rather have me bid them out. You know, that's actually a good thought. Let me think about this for a minute, because if I bid them out, I could take the money of whoever won it, and then I could put that into giveaways. I guess that would work. Maybe like software giveaways and stuff. That could work. And it could help everybody out. I'll have to think about that. That could be a good option. I'll think about that, because what do you guys think about that? Like, if I took these Orion pedals down below here, right here they are, and they even have the damper kit. If that might actually help all of everybody out, because what if I, like, in our marketplace within Discord, I put these up for bid with the damper kit, and whatever the proceeds were from that, I could go ahead and use that as software giveaways. Then I don't have to worry about shipping. And then it would kind of help everybody out. And it would end up being more giveaways than just one thing, and one lucky person wins the rudder pedals. It gives everybody, I don't know, maybe I'll do that. That's a great idea. I didn't even freaking think it. See, you're all idea people. I would have never thought of that. That's a good idea. Open bid or sealed bid? Ooh, that's a good idea. A sealed bid. Okay, I gotta think about it. Test Pilot says group idea. That is another great idea. A sealed bid, because then we don't end up in. And then people can kind of give their top dollar and just say, "Hey, this is what I would bid on this." Huh. Pilot Rick says, "What's up, Mr. Symphonic?" Hey, Pilot Rick! Everybody, do a shout out to Pilot Rick. What's up, brother? That's an idea. Man, a sealed bid, that's a good idea, because that would be a nice, fair way to do it, too, right? Because, like, if somebody thought, well, I'll just throw $100 as my top bid, and they could win, you know, they could win the bid on the rudder pedals and get these, what are they, $380? Well, actually, with the damper kit, add on, like, another $60. I got to think about that. What I like about that idea is it actually allows people to have a better chance of getting it, and then I could take the proceeds from whoever gets the bid and put that into giveaways and have like multiple giveaways rather than just one. I like that idea, because I'm not going to take the money I get from the rudder pedals and put it on myself, right? I'm not going to do that. So, but it'd be a way that like whoever would win the bid is actually helping everybody else out for giveaways, for like software giveaways, right? That's an amazing idea. It can help everybody just by that. We're gonna let's do this. Let's kind of plan on that. Let's plan on that, because I think that's just an amazing way to make that work. And I like the sealed bid. Who mentioned sealed bid? Who mentioned that? An open bid or sealed? What do y'all think? You know what? You know what I'll do? Here, for those of you that are in our Discord server, if you're not in our Discord server, you want to get in there because it gives you a chance to like actually get these Orion pedals at some point when I put them up. Silent auction for the win, I think. Yeah, Captain Howdy, I think that's... So I'm actually going to do, because I like to get a lot of feedback, because this is our channel, so like to get all of your votes in. So what I'll probably do is do a poll and be like, should we do an open bid or a silent bid? Should we just do a giveaway of the pedals, or should we do a bid and then use the proceeds from that as giveaways for like software? Sealed bid is the best way. Bedrock says there is no drama. That's true. And that also avoids like somebody doing 5, then somebody doing 50, and then somebody doing 150, and somebody doing 250, and then it just gets out of hand. And then before you know it, it's people could just buy the damn things from Wind Control, right? and as Bruden says, besides that, no one can see your thoughts. I love that idea. You're all amazing. That is, it's going to be a win-win, and I promise you, the proceeds for whoever wins, I will let you know who wins, how much they won it for, and then this is the dollar amount that we're going to be doing giveaways on. And then we can, rather than one person winning, that person can win that gets the bid, and then everybody can win from that person that pays for it as giveaways. What a community thing. I love you guys. You guys rock. I would have never thought of that. Not in a million years. That's a great idea. Johnny Mon says a bid, sealed or silent, then use proceeds for multiplayer giveaway. Exactly. That's what I was just saying. Yeah. Yep. Or you're just repeating what I was saying. You're like supportive of that. I get it, Johnny. That's where we're going to go with it. So let's wait for the new Orion pedals to come. I'll highlight those, and because I still have the TPRs, and if I have the... I honestly, guys, this is why guys and gals, this is why we need to do this. As this hardware stacks up and is on my shelf, and if I'm not using it, I was talking to, how many of you remember X403? I had a meeting, I work with her, and I told her just today, I gotta give some of this hardware away, but I just don't know a good way to do it, especially when it comes to like shipping overseas, because it's just, I'm like, I'm happy to cover the cost to ship it when it's within the U.S., but once you start going outside the U.S., and I have a lot of you that are outside of the U.S., how can I make that fair? I like the idea of this. Please let me know when it will go down. I already have my number in my head. All right, we'll do, Bedrock. I will definitely. So plan on this. So we are getting this shipment in from WinWing and Wind Control. Excuse me. Oh God, they changed to Wind Control, by the way. And really, ultimately, Wind Control is doing you all the favor, not me, because they ship this stuff to me for free to highlight. I mean, of course, I spend my time and effort on highlighting this stuff and doing videos on it. My pleasure. But they're really the ones that sent it, so it's really kudos to them. But anyway, we will let's plan on probably in February, because the embargo lists on January 27 for the Orion Pedals Airline Edition. And so let's plan on February, guys. And then what I'll do is I'll plan on doing the silent bid. What you guys will have to do is be on Discord so that you can actually DM me, or maybe I'll have you DM my moderator group, and then they can see what your bid is. We'll figure the logistics out. We'll set something up just in time for my birthday. There you go. But yeah, we'll plan on doing we will plan on doing a silent auction, silent bid on these rudder pedals. Of course, I'll include the damper kit on top, and we'll plan on that in February. And then we'll take the proceeds from that, and I'll do software giveaways. Maybe like the PMDG 737 or the Phoenix or the INI builds or something like that. I love this idea. I am freaking pumped about this idea. I think that's a great way, because there's no reason for me to have these sitting around if I'm not using them, right? Because you guys know, as soon as I get the Wind Control Orion pedals that are the Airline Edition, I'm going to be using those. And so why would I not do that, right? Top of Descent says Captain Howdy. No, we've got, thank you, Captain Howdy. Let's check, but we're still a ways away, I think. Top of Descent is 0338. We got about 28 minutes left for Top of Descent for us. Are you at Top of Descent, Cap? No, you're not flying. Kangaroo says, if I win, I want you to pay for postage Australia, customer duty, and port. But no, see, that was the thing, Kangaroo. Thank you for bringing that up. The winner needs to pay shipping if they are, if they are outside of the United States. Unfortunately, because of that very reason, Kangaroo. Because you can almost buy these damn things straight up for the cost of that. Oh, Bats, thank you. Ground spoiler. But if I'll have to do some checking because I'm willing to pay the shipping within the U.S. I'm willing to pay the shipping in the U.S. because I probably could ship these UPS, parcel, or ground. I could probably ship. I mean, I've got all the original packaging for this stuff, so I will actually package it all up. And the foam padding that WinCtrl does a great job in packaging. I've got the original box. So I'll package it all. I'll have to dismantle it a bit, and you'll be like you're getting a new set of rudder pedals. I need more USB ports. Tell me about it there, Captain Howdy. I do too, my friend. I do too, brother. I gave away two, Test Pilot N911 says I gave away 2 sim setups I wasn't using to local guys. No sense letting this stuff. Exactly, Clegg does. Because, I mean, here, let me grab something. Here's another thing we'll be doing I want to give away. Here, hold on. Or maybe we could do the same thing and do a silent bid. Would anybody be interested in this? It's Cockpit Master FCU. Let me grab it. Now everybody's interested. Everybody's like joining in and be like, "Oh shit, what else are we gonna silent auction off? Oh, why not?" So here I've got the Cockpit Master. This is basically an EFIS. Well, no, let me see. This is basically the Boeing, and so as you can see here, you got the autopilot in that. But I mean, this thing is $600 retail, and this is from Cockpit Master. I do want to do a shot. I got to do a full-length video. They sent this to me months ago, maybe over a year ago, and I really have done them a disservice by not doing more. I did an unboxing and that, and a short on it, but I haven't actually given it a full review. But would anybody be interested in this? Oh, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm out of here. Creamer says, what a name. How you doing, Creamers? Welcome to the live stream. Would anybody be interested in doing a silent bid on this? And believe me, if somebody wins for like $15, you win it for $15. But I mean, this one's got this is $600 retail, by the way. So, but we'll probably do the same thing because you guys are geniuses with the whole silent auction thing. We'll probably do one for this. Would anybody? Yes, I'll take it, Captain Red Sky says. It's actually a nice unit. I mean, is it worth the money when you have the WinCtrl and WINGFLEX stuff? No, not for $600 for this. But as you can see, it's all full 1-to-1 ratio, right? So we'll have to do maybe we'll do a silent auction on this thing too. Delgam 88 has this thing. It actually, the actuation and all that stuff on this thing is amazing. Let me pull it back here. It's on the top of my head. You can mount it on top of your... No, I don't know. That's I'm sorry. That's bad. But anyway, we'll probably do something like... Because this thing has just been collecting dust. Just been collecting dust. And then the other thing, too, which I got to do another video on. Hell, why don't we grab some more hardware? We got a few minutes. It's turned into QVC. That's hilarious. Hold on. Let me grab some. There's another thing we could do in terms of a silent auction. So I hardly ever use it, but I did tell Rosefire, yes, all of it works. All this stuff. You think I would sell this if it didn't work? So this is the mini overhead panel from Rosefire, and this is the A106. I can't remember what this retails at. I think is it $180 or something like that? But you know, it's a very condensed version of the A320 like we're flying right now, and you can see it's got a stand and all that. But this is another thing that's like growing. I've highlighted it a few times, had it on some live streams. I'll start the bid at $5, Captain Red Sky. But that's another. So like this stuff is like, you know, I think you guys are geniuses. I think you're onto something here. It can help everybody out, and then what we can do is like take the proceeds and, you know, but one caveat with it, I will check with my partners, right? Because they send this stuff to me that I'll highlight and be demonstrating. One of the things I did already mention to Rosefire. So I've got that panel, the V2 panel, that's 360 bucks. That's another one. I'm not going to go grab it because it will end up being QVC. But that is another one we could do a silent auction on, and it's like it's bigger than that A106 I just showed. But what we could do is do that too. And I said something to Rosefire about it. I'm like, hey, if you send me the V3, which he already sent me, and I've done a video on it. I've got to do more videos on it, but we've done a few live streams with it. But I'm like, if send me the V3, I said, my followers, they are really into all this hardware and gear. I'd like to give it away. Are you okay with me doing the giveaway? And I can give you all credit for the giveaway. So what I would do is to be nice and to make sure it's all okay, I do need to check with my partners to make sure, hey, are you okay with me like doing this as a publicity thing? And, we're going to give away your Orion pedal, or we're going to silent auction your Orion pedals. I'll do a whole skit. We'll be trying them out during a live stream, all that. And just to make sure that they're okay with it, because I don't want to do something, even with the silent, it just occurred to me. I need to check with them and make sure that they're okay with it, because they're sending this stuff to me for free to like highlight and do reviews. But as long as I've already done several live streams, I've already done several reviews and videos on it, they've gotten what they've wanted, I think. And but I, just to be nice and to be appropriate, I need to check with them. So we'll plan on doing it. But I just want to do the caveat. If like wind control comes back, like, well, we don't want you to do that. We want you to do more videos or continue to use it to interchange and show them off. I got to abide by that because they sent them to me. But if they're all good with it, and I give them full credit, like I will, then we'll plan on the silent auction. All right? I better make sure that they're okay with it. Last thing I want to do is piss any partner off, right? That wouldn't be good. Then I'd stop getting stuff from them to showcase for all of you. Need a stream for the sale? Yeah, there you go. That could be an idea too. We could do that. Not a bad idea there, test pilot. Or, yeah. Actually, what we should do... Another great idea from test pilot. You know what we could do is if wind control and some of these, like Cockpit Master and some of the others are okay with it, what we could do is we could get all the silent bidding in, or silent auction, and then whoever wins... We do a live stream, we highlight the hardware, I talk about it, I tell you what I think about it and all that. And then all of you come because you're like, I bid on this thing, did I win? Did I win? And then we do the reveal during the live stream. This is an idea session. Everybody's coming up with great ideas. I love you all for it too. That is another great idea. So what we can do is we get all the silent auction in, and then we do a live stream. I love that idea, 9/11. And then I do the reveal of I talk about it one last time. This is what I love about it. This is what I don't like about it. But one of you are going to get this shipped to you. And whoever won the silent auction and drum roll, instead of the giveaway, the drum roll, and then the winner of the Orion Rudder Pedals is Test Pilot 9/11, and then 9/11 gets it, or Bedrock, or whoever. I'll bet 101, Captain Buddy says. I love the idea. So let me check with my partners first, make sure they're okay with it, and then I will circle back with all of you, and we'll see what we can't make happen with that. I love the idea. Nice. It certainly makes more sense than it's sitting and collecting dust, right? I honestly don't think wind control is going to have a problem with it. I really don't think Rosefire is going to have a problem on the 107 V2 version, because they have the V3, which is far better than the V2, and they'll be like, well, we don't want you to even show the V2, because we have the V3 version, so I'm sure they're going to be like, yeah, just give it away. Silent auction it or whatever. Everybody's starting to do the bid now. But again, I will use the proceeds, to do software giveaways because that doesn't cost shipping. The shipping and tariffs are just insane. Yeah, here we go already. Bats at 151. Hey, you better give you 151. Hey, 151. 152. 152. Hey, 152. 152. 152. 152. 152. I would suck at Meekum Auto Auction. This whole thing is disgusting. Why don't you tell us what you really think, Bruden? For you, maybe. Because Rudin has everything he needs. Captain Howdy's got to get that dig in. You have sold out. How is that selling out, Rudin? It's actually helping everyone. It's helping others that are in here. I don't have to explain it. I already explained it. You're not going to troll me. Runway 32. Yes, and we have the RMPZ approach, I think, right? RMPZ? RMPZ. It is about flying. It is about flying, but you know, a lot of people come here to see the hardware, Bruden. You know this. All right, let's see here. Bruden is our resident troll, so I should have known. We are close to top of descent. Let's see here. 0338. All right, we got 15 minutes. We got plenty of time. We got plenty of time. Are you not entertained? Exactly. Are you not entertained? Hey, don't tell me the movie. Don't tell me the movie. Gladiator. Right? Gladiator. Destination data, yes. It hasn't asked for it, but I'll go ahead and do that, Johnny. Thank you. So we're going to go down here, down to Chinatown. We will turn on the camera. And we're going to go to, I'm going to pull this over here. We're going to go performance. And we are going to go to next phase. And next phase. And QNH. So we're going to go over to the left. See what we have for QNH at our arrival. So we're going to go to my flights. Over here. And arrival, and let's see here, 1005, so 1005, LSK1 to get that in there, and there it is. Temperature, as you can see here, as you're looking at both, we have a temperature of, let me zoom this in too so it's easier to see. It's kind of hard to see there, isn't it? So we're going to open that up like that. Temperature right now is 33 Celsius, so we're going to go 33 LSK2. Wind is at 320 at 13 knots, so we're going to go 320/13 LSK3. And there we go. And as you can see, we've got our full flaps are 142. Flaps 40, bruh. As Maple would say, flaps 40, bruh. Thanks, Johnny. All right, we got our destination data in, and we are good to rock and roll, friends. All right. Drop that back down there. Turn that off. One other thing. We got to get the charts ready for when we come in. So we're going to go to YPPD. Bro, I don't even fly Boeing. Come on, Maple. Roll with us. Oops. Yeah, that's right. YPPD and ground charts. Airport information. And here we go. Okay, so we're going to be coming in on 3-2. And we're going to see if we can't get stopped at least, we got Golf or at least by Alpha so we can turn off. Otherwise, we got to go all the way down to Charlie and back around here. Exit to the right because we're going to be landing 3-2. There we go. Captain Red Sky says, oh, okay. Captain I says, Symphonic, may I request next Wednesday flight PNG? Oh, yeah, I did you not hear me respond to you, Captain Howdy? I said, yes, I will have to think. I will definitely take that into consideration. But I said the wind control hardware that I have doesn't work with PMDG-7. Well, I got to check. At least initially it did. Maybe there were some updates, so maybe it works now. Maple, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Vruden says, SimFan, switch camera so we can see the landing gear extend. At least it will be entertaining. I will do that, Vruden. See, I went to the outside before you even said that. But I'll do that when we're coming on landing. You bet. You got it. I will do that for you, Vruden. I will do that for you, my friend. I will definitely do that. It would hurt my feelings if you didn't. Do you really want me to cry? No, Captain. I would not want to make you cry. The runway and landing. Oh, I got you, Maple. I've been telling you that for 5 years. Every once in a while, I remember it, Vruden. For 5 years. Vruden might be slightly exaggerating, but nonetheless, he has been telling me for a very, very long time. Well, you've always told me to go to the exterior view like I'm at now, right? Kangaroo, boy, but Kangaroo, look how close Kangaroo is on my tail here, Vruden. Gotta do a screenshot of that. Look at that wing, yes. Yeah, Test Pilot remembers. See, Vruden, I haven't been able to do that as much lately because you're never here anymore. Look at the shape of that wing. I love the shape of that wing, Test Pilot. You got that right, buddy. You got that right, my friend. Damn, that's a nice looking livery. I like the red. They're not called winglets. Why did I just lose it? Winglets? Yeah. But yeah, that's a nice little accent color. Sharklet. No, they're not sharklets. They're not sharklets. The sharklets go way up, don't they? They're fences. I think they're called fences. Yeah, Maple. Wing fences. Yes. Yes, that's it. Kangaroo. TJ Turner back there. Old golfers end plates. Cordial Cloud. Maple Leaf up there making his approach. Bats, are you going to be in position? Are you going to be in position soon enough to, or early enough to get the, you like to judge, just like Maple and just like Vruden. You guys like to judge, just like CP65, judging us all, putting us down, giving us a 6.5 when we clearly deserve a 6.7. I kid. Oh, goodness. Test Pilot says he is there. Oh, awesome. He's already there. Wow, that was fast. Clearly. Oh, maybe Hey, Vruden, did you refill your eggnog? John, do you think Vruden's refilled his eggnog, buddy? John, remind me, what is Vruden's drink of choice? Isn't it a Heineken or something? Vruden, you really need to start drinking some real beer, man. You know what they say about, Heineken? It's like making love in a canoe. And I'm going to leave it at that. Your Sim CFI is in the house, friends. Let's give it up. Says, yo, 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 my guy. Do me, ND, you a favor, please, and fly MD-11. In my opinion, best flight model in the sim. Closest to a real jet, especially with the most I got a profile for you. Awesome, man. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Your Sim CFI, member for 3 months of the Sport Pilot. Thank you, Your Sim CFI. Thank you so much, man. Dude, this guy has been growing. Check out his channel. One of my moderators drop in a link to Your Sim CFI channel. He has been like one of the hottest things since sliced bread. But Your Sim CFI, so good to see. He's actually a airline pilot. And as Captain Howdy said, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're doing well. Now that's how you delegate. There you go. That's right, Vruden? Yeah, man. Dude, I will have to do that. And you can send me, because Your Sim CFI, he has the MOSA. He's got the AY210 and the force feedback. I love that yoke. If you can afford it, by the time you're all said and done, you're going to be spending $1,100, $1,200. So not cheap, but definitely worth it if you can afford it, like Vruden. But good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. I can't stop preaching today. The MD is awesome. There you go. I'll have to do it. I got so many planes to freaking... I've got so many... Your Sim CFI, I've got so many planes I've never flown. I purchased on sale, and I still haven't flown them, right? I've got the Airbus A320. I got the, I mean, I've flown the 300. It's been a while for my and I builds. I've got the, oh, shoot. What is it? The, why is my brain going blank right now? What's the supersonic plane? Oh, my goodness. Why can't I think of this? I must be from getting old, I guess. Somebody's going to tell me. Somebody's going to figure it out. British Airways. Come on. Concorde. Thank you, Zach Cool. God, my goodness, I am so... I'm frightened. I'm very frightened. Concorde. I got the Concorde. Never flown it. I've got the B-17 Flying Fortress from Micro Pros. They sent that my way. Bruin says, good Lord. They sent that my way. I got the BAE 146. I've never flown that. I tested it a few times. I've never flown that online. I can't even begin to tell you all the... I mean, I've got the Fokker 28, which, by the way, I love it when Shane talks about the Fokker. Everyone would need one. Yeah, test pilot. Bruton says the Concorde ain't easy to fly. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I mean, Bruton, I've never even flown it, like, just on my own. I haven't even tried to fly it. I bought it. It was on sale, like, I think it was a year ago. During a sale that was during the holidays that Microsoft had in the marketplace, and I bought it, and they're like, "Oh, that'll be fun one to stream sometime." Never did it. I want the BAE now. Evo says. I gotta fly that one. I can't even begin to tell you all how many aircraft I've bought and I've never flown during a live stream. Hell, I haven't even flown just on my own. Sad. I mean, I only have so much time, and I know what you're all thinking. You fly the A320 all the time. I got all this additional hardware, so I got to fly this plane, right? A lot of planes. I need to mix that up more. Yeah, I know what you're all thinking, you know. And I deserve it. I grant you all, I deserve to be beaten into an inch of my life. Okay? I do. Because I should be, like, demonstrating. I should be mixing it up more for all of you, and I just haven't done that yet. It's my pledge to you that I'll do it some year. Oh my gosh, Sure Sim CFI says, BAE is pretty cool, but trust me, everything thrown to the left and download that MD, you won't regret it. Okay, man. I gotta do it. Is that the TFGI one? Because isn't there two versions of the MD-11, or am I mixing that up with something else? I might be mixing it up. Okay, I'm gonna, what is our intercept right now for the RMP? Time out, let me check. $1,760. Okay, well, we'll do 1,800. So what we're going to do is mosey on over here, and we're going to turn on your SimCFI. Did you see that I'm highlighting the awesome WINGFLEX cube stand? I love it. 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 Can I say that again? It's actually a fantastic piece of art. We got all this stuff easily. Within 15 minutes, I got all of this stuff mounted. All the cubes, all the combo cubes, the EFIS, the FCU, and the RMP cube. All of it mounted in 15 minutes. One USB-C out the back. Cable management is awesome. All these units plug inside, so all the cables are internal, and then you have one cable, one port, and it's amazing. All right, I'm going to get this. You can see here I'm zooming. Can I zoom in on that? No, not really. I can't reach that far. But we can go and switch that to 1,800. Is that what we got? Yeah, we'll do 1,800 there. It's very sweet, your SimCFI. I mean, and what I like, it fits nice and snug. And it's all full molded plastic. It's one piece. It all came pre-assembled. I mean, the box for this thing was like, you know, I got to show you guys the box. I got to show you the box. My God, it sounded horrible. How close are we? Check out this box. Hold on. You know what? I think I took it out to the storage shed. I'll have to grab that. I'll grab that and show you another time. But I'm so impressed. Leave it to me. You know what? I am a sucker for good quality packaging, shipping material, and all that. Like if like all of you, if you spend like, you know, $180, $200, $500, $600 plus on this stuff, you want this stuff to arrive in one piece and you want the packaging to be quality with all foam padding. And this is just like WINGFLEX spares no expense in shipping. Like I said, the box has a full artwork. It shows you a full picture, multiple sides of the actual unit itself. And it feels like I just went into, some store, and I was looking at the shelf, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. It doesn't just come in a cardboard box. It actually, it's a cardboard box, but it has the artwork and everything on it. I'm a sucker for good packaging and good shipping. What's in the box? That's right, Steve. What's in the box? I mean, I love good packaging. I'm a sucker for good packaging. Nothing chaps my gears more than if I'm spending $200, $500 on a piece of gear and it comes, loosely packaged, like leave it to Amazon. Let's talk about Amazon for a minute. Okay, well, let's wait because I gotta push this thing. We're about at top of descent here, but like Amazon, okay. How many of you have purchased something from Amazon that's like a $5 piece of plastic and it comes double padded? Here, I got to push this button in so we start descending. I'm going to push that button in. You can see. Okay. So we will start descending, our engine spool down, and we can see that we are right here. We're starting our descent, and so we're happy. Okay. How many of you have ordered something off of Amazon and it comes like a double padding, bubble wrap? Let me think of something that actually happened. Chip clips. We ordered chip clips, and I'm not kidding you. It came in a box. These are chip clips. You know, the little spring things that you put on your bag of chips and to seal them and all that. Frickin' chip clips. Ordered chip clips. It was like a set of 6. It probably cost a total of like maybe $8 or $9. Literally came in an oversized box. So big that Amazon actually stuffed a bunch of packaging paper and wrapped it in the bubble wrap, okay? Chip clips. Less than $10. There was more packaging material than there were clips. Okay, let me fast forward to when I purchased and I built my last computer that I'm using right now. And I purchased a AMD Ryzen 9800 X3D processor for 500, what was it, like 480 bucks, 500 bucks at the time. I think it's even more now. You know what that mother effer came in? Sorry about my language. From Amazon. My CPU. Okay, yeah, it comes in a box. In a padded envelope. A padded envelope. It's on there. The padded envelope is all freaking bent up and stuff, probably thrown around 100 billion times. A CPU with the tiny pins came in a freaking padded envelope that probably cost Amazon maybe 50 cents. I can't tell you how many times it happened. Memory. How much is memory these days? The memory, same kind of deal. Now I get there's not any moving parts in that. Okay, fine. The memory I bought, the 64 gigs of memory I bought off of Amazon, right? It's a DDR5. I can't even think of what the speed is right now, but it's a DDR5 that costs you an arm and a leg right now. It's probably worth right now $800 for 64 gig. I don't know. I'm making shit up. Oh, you're right. You're right, CP. Good call. AM5. That happened with my AM4 that I ordered. That was the, I'm sorry. You're right. That was on the 5800 X3D that happened on. Thank you. But they still did ship my AM5 processor in a padded envelope, so that was consistent. Thank God. I think my motherboard, though, did get shipped in a box, but it came in a box, and it didn't have any padding in the box. At least they put it in another box, and it had my motherboard, and I think it had, like, it wasn't my all-in-one chiller, but I can't remember. It was my motherboard, and it was something else, and I can't remember now what it was. But there was something else that came in, and it was all flopping around inside the box. There was no paper filling. There was no, bubble wrap or anything with it. It was my motherboard that was flopping around inside the box. I mean, they did ship it within another box, but they didn't put any padding in. But you're right. The pins are on the motherboard. Speaking of pins, it was my motherboard that was flopping around, but yeah. But I don't understand what the logic is. Like when Amazon, when you order something, it's like, okay, if you order something that's under $20, let's ship it in an oversized box. Pad the hell out of it, even if it's not anything electrical and it's just something that's like a chip clip or what's another thing we ordered before? Something ridiculous. I don't even know. I can't even think of it right now, but it was like less than $20. It was kind of the same thing, and I like laughed at my wife. I'm like, this came in an oversized box with all this padding, and it's this little tiny thing inside of it, but yet my CPU and memory come in a padded envelope. Okay, I'm done ranting. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to digress. I had to rage a little bit about it, but I just don't get it. I don't understand what the deal is. But anyway, back to how did I get started on that? Oh yeah. The care that WINGFLEX takes when they ship like this unit or any of their other stuff, Wind Control's the same way. They have a lot of padding. They ship a box within another box, and so even if the outer box gets damaged or whatever, it all comes and it's nice and neat, and you don't have to worry about damage. I mean, everything has been received in excellent condition from Wind Control and WINGFLEX, and even Rosefire. They do a great job in packaging their products. Steve Mountain says, I got a trailer hitch from UPS. The box fell apart, so they taped it to the hitch instead of getting a new box. Oh my gosh. See what I mean? Bruden the Great says, okay, I better go make food and get to bed. That's me too, man. Blue Sky Spots, let's give a shout out to Bruden. Bruden, it's good to see you again. I was wondering when you'd drop back in. Good to see you. Take care, man. Blue skies. Johnny says, yeah, my URSA Minor from Wind Control was nicely and very securely packaged. See? Exactly. All right, we've got some time as we're coming in an approach. Let me check our speed and our tape. We're a little fast, but I am not getting any message to... Vruden will be back. You better hurry, Vruden, because we are on approach. But, yeah, well, you come back, man, for sure. All right, I have to take a quick, not even a break. I just have to step away for a moment. Give me a couple minutes, friends. I'll be right back. Okay, friends, I'm back. You know, one thing about the country of Australia, you know, you want to talk about a lot of desert and a lot of, you suppose there are any crocodiles down there? There won't be salties, right? Because we're inland. But you suppose there's some crocs down there? That's what I always think about. Like, okay, Australia, I'm going to go there and I'm going to get eaten. What's going to eat me? Or bite me, stab me, sting me. You know, we've been on that before, that kick. There are definitely crocodiles down there. Yeah. See, this is not a place you want to crash land, right? You don't want to ditch the aircraft in this river here because you're just going to be food for the, dinosaurs of the present day. Not a good situation. And snakes. Yep, don't forget snakes. I've said this before, CP65, and I'll say it again. I think, like down under in Australia, beautiful country, by the way. I'm not knocking it by any means. I've never been there, and it's beautiful. I love it. It's intriguing. I would like to go there someday in a full suit of armor. You know, something that even if I were to fall into the big blue ocean and a great white, tried to bite me, it could. Now, I might drown. So there's that. But I think I'd rather drown than get eaten alive, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway. Crikey. There's old golfer over there. And there's the crocodiles down there. They have the animals and the fauna and stuff in the sim. They don't have crocodiles, do they? Or do they? Do they have crocodiles? Maybe they have crocodiles. I don't think they have crocodiles in this sim, right? They have hippos. They have hungry hippos. I don't think they have crocodiles, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Do they have crocodiles in this? I don't think they do. Maybe there's got to be an add-on, though. Somebody's got an add-on coming. Flown across the desert and plane with no name. That still won't help you. Yeah, probably not, Evo. Well, so here's the thing. I'm telling you what. What would be worse? You see, has anybody seen this series, I Shouldn't Be Alive? How many of you have seen that series, I Shouldn't Be Alive? If you haven't seen that, you should check it out because, you can binge watch. It's on YouTube. You can find a bunch of them on there. And, I can get... Yeah, so, Evil, you're with me. I can get stuck on... this episode, and I'll watch it, and I'll be like, oh, that was good, and then I'll watch another one, and I'll be laying in bed. It's 1:30 in the morning. I should be sleeping, and then I'll have one start, and I'll have my eyes closed. I'll be listening to it, and then I'll be hearing it. It'll be really fascinating. And then I'm like, okay, and then I'll start watching it. Then the next thing I know, it's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm like, I've got to put my phone down. Test Pilot says, haven't seen them, but in South Florida, I had to make low passes to make them go down to land the seaplane. Oh, really? Oh, Evo says, I seen it when it was on TV before YouTube. Yeah, very interesting. Tashi makes it just fine down there. So can you. Oh, yeah, right, real CFF. Uh-huh. I'll buy that for $1. Somebody name that movie. I've done that quote before, by the way, that movie line. Who's got that? Who's going to be the first? I'll buy that for $1. It's an oldie but a goodie. Somebody's going to get it. All right. I haven't eaten a thing yet tonight. Vruden went off to eat, and I still need to eat. We got the spoilers out because I was going a little bit fast. But what we're doing is we're now intercepting that descent profile dot there, that green dot. We want right in line with that yellow bar there. And since we are, I'm going to go ahead, and if you see this, I'm going to go ahead and pull the spoilers out. And these actually, the URSA Minor Throttle, these levers rumble. There's a solenoid in them, along with the URSA Minor Flight Stick. You can't see, but that actually rumbles too. And I see we've got STD. So we are going to go ahead and turn this on. Push in, and what were we at? 1010? Let me go over here. What I like to do is do this secondary MCDU and do performance, and then we can keep this always up. And 10:05. So what we're going to do is you're going to see me zip this down, and now it's going to run on both of them. Thank you. Who was the one that mentioned that? Was it Evo? I can't remember. No, it was Zach Cool, I think. But we got that switch in the EFB, so it's running them both at the same time. Let's get this bird prepared for landing. So we're going to go up here. Look, we have a little bit of a red hue from the desert sand on our aircraft, which is kind of cool. Let's go ahead, and we won't do that yet. We don't need to take runway turn off lights on yet. But we are good here, I think. Got to make sure I get outside when I drop the landing gear, though. We got the AGP right over here that has the metal landing gear, which is up right now. This unit is so amazing. I got the E-cam underneath. I mean, the E-cam, it's like $80. Are you going to use it much? Not really. But it is kind of nice to give the full effect, you know? But I would say the AGP is definitely worth it. The throttle, obviously worth it. And the Pack 32, if you fly the Airbus, even if you don't fly the Airbus, because you all see me fly this with the general aviation flight. Like I did the Cows 40, DA40, DA42, and I was using this setup because I love how it's lower. I'm using the stand from WinCtrl. Their mounts are amazing for their stands. Again, when you set them up, you're going to swear because they're not intuitive. But once you get it figured out and you get everything like dialed in and bolted in and everything, and because the instructions are, I'm sorry, I love WinCtrl. They're one of my favorite partners. But their directions for mounting stuff is almost worth not even looking at. But it does work. In the end, it works. You just might be swearing a bit when you're trying to get it to mount, right? But after you get stuff mounted, then you're happy. And I love it. I love their mounting stuff. It's just getting it to mounted. Like you, Captain Audi, you had questions on how to hook up your stuff with the WinCtrl stuff. And hopefully what I told you is got you on the right path there. But it's not easy hooking their stuff up. Unlike the WINGFLEX, like we're highlighting tonight. The WINGFLEX, this desktop stand for the combo cubes, amazing. It's so easy. I had it all set up in 15 minutes. All right, we're also going to go ahead and set medium auto brake there, as you can see. So what I did is, you probably missed that, but it's in blue, and I do like that. It does match the blue here, just like we see right here, and you can see that it's matching when I turn that on and off, and I turn that off and turn it on. It's matching, so that's nice. It's a nice touch. And let's go ahead and do landing system. So I'm going to go ahead and do landing system on this. So I just push that button in there, and I don't know, did it do it on both sides? Yeah, nope, it didn't. If I do landing system here, though, does it do it? No, it doesn't. Okay. All right, let's turn off the music, and we're going to go ahead and put the spoiler on, arm the spoiler, and we got to start slowing this thing down. Really gotta slow this down. I'm going way too fast. I wasn't paying attention. We gotta be at Geez, I'm way too fast. This is not gonna be good. Son of a gun. Why am I going so fast? Okay, well, this is gonna be interesting. Wait, people, because we're gonna be in for a shit show. Because we got the landing strip right ahead. And we got to lose a lot of speed. So we're going to drop to help us slow down, we're going to go ahead and drop the landing gear right now. If it'll come. I don't even know if it'll deploy. There it goes. So you see I put the lever down. That'll add drag. That's going to help us slow down. Since SimFans was too busy freaking talking. As usual, I talk too much. I know, guys. I know. Let's go ahead and do approach. Approach is on. Oh, and a plane going the other direction. Yeah, I mean, I have the speed brakes on. Test pilot. I've got them on, brother. All right, we're slowing down enough now. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and disable the autopilot. So I got to get lined up. Oh, the other thing I want to show. See this? The master warning. I can push that and turn it off. I love that. We'll be fine. Or not your flaps as we run into somebody. Master caution, same way. You see that come up? I'm going to put the cameras down below. They're kind of tiny, but you get the idea. Arm that spoiler.
1,000.
Little low, Mav. Little low. We're going to go ahead and extend our final flaps. Just go all the way in. There we go. How much crosswind do we have right now? I don't know. It looks like quite a bit. We might be crabbing. Got somebody below us.
500.
Perfect timing. I'll block my view. It's all right.
Too low. 40, 20. Retard. Retard. Retard.
We're floating. Damn it.
Don't sink.
Retard. Retard.
Thanks, TJ. It floated quite a bit, but I don't know. It didn't seem like I was going too fast, but it just floated a lot. Hey, I made the first intersection. All right, you got to put your gamer. Oh, that was old golfer in front of me. All right, let's go ahead and get our flaps up. There's Maple, Evil, Trojan Wabbit over there. Everybody together. All right, let's pull up here. Who's the next one? Hey, Bats, who's the next one coming up here? Because I want to highlight them if I can. Just gonna pull up here. Gonna go up top. Let's get our APU going. Cordial, okay. And stop. Hello, Mustang 302. Let's give it up to Mustang friends. Welcome, 302. You came just at the nick of time, buddy. You almost missed it. All right, here we get the gamer tags on, and let's get over here before, well, Cordial Cloud. How Cordial Cloud do, Bats and Clam Jammer? There's a Cordial. Let's see, who else is coming in here? Big Steve yet? Kangaroo? I'm going to go on the other side of Bats and his beautiful aircraft here. Bats, how did you do on your landing there, my friend? Big Steve coming in. There we go. Oh, man, I'm so pumped. Not bad, Big Steve. Not bad. All right, we got TJ Turner and Kangaroo coming in. I had negative 390 bats. I don't know why it's showing 404 for you, or for on the, you're probably looking at FS Hub. Here comes Kangaroo, TJ Turner. Certainly could have been better. It's 403. Hey, it's X403. What's up, 403? All right, Kangaroo and TJ Turner coming in at the same time. Timothy, what's up? Flared at 10 feet and managed to butter it somehow. Nice. Kangaroo, that looked good. 737's a good one. TJ Turner coming in with the A320 Neo. Look good. Look good. Look at that. I got the three. I got Big Steve, Kangaroo, and TJ Turner all in a row there. Pretty maids all in a row. All right. Is that all of them, Bats? Bats, who won? You probably posted already. Is everybody in? Has everybody landed? Let me check. I'm going to go to Discord and check and see. I'm sure Bats has it already in there. Let's see. Who is the winner? What's the winner? Who's the winner going to be? You know, we have entirely too many channels in our Discord server, friends. 10 FS Expo attendees. I think I have to scroll up about 1 million miles. Oh, there we go. Landing challenge winners. Here we go. Negative 138. Nicely done there, TJ Turner. Let's give it up to him. And we've got the winners. The winners. The winners for tonight's landing challenge are Eagle Sky, and do I dare say Maple Leaf. Let's give a shout out to Eagle Sky and Maple Leaf. Congratulations, guys. Nice job landing. My turd was a floater. that was oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Friends, it is always a blast. I appreciate you all being here. Good to see you, 403. You just made it along with Mustang 302. We had, hey, you missed Vruden, Mustang and X403. But nonetheless, appreciate you all joining. And exciting news. So I think we have some things planned on how to make it fair for the giveaways and the hardware that I have. I got to reach out to my partners. But I want to say a shout out to Orbix. For the scenery, do appreciate it. Orbix and the YPPH. And I want to do a definite shout out to, again, to our WINGFLEX friends and partners as they sent their gear our way, along with all their combo cubes and, of course, the stand. It's pricey, but as I said, if you have $190 that you want to get spent and you have a good controller, you have a good yoke, you have rudder pedals already, you already have all the stuff that you need, and you have all three modules, definitely pick this up. Otherwise, put it towards another module in WINGFLEX, okay? But I do like it. I do think it's... I don't know if I'd spend $190 on it. I probably would, but especially if you have all three of them. But it's magnificent. I love it. So thanks again to WINGFLEX for sending it our way. We will have the WINGFLEX overhead panel coming. I know a lot of you have been waiting for that, and we'll be checking that out, comparing it to like Rosefire and some of the other gear that's out there. So coming soon. And as you all saw, hot off the press from our good friends over at Wind Control, they have shipped. I have the FedEx tracking number. Their Orion Rudder Pedals, Airline Edition, and their Combat Pedals. Why did Proctus leave? He'd be excited about that. And then we'll be doing potentially a silent auction on my existing Orion pedals, and then I'll take the proceeds of whoever one of you lucky silent auction winners gets. I'll take those proceeds and give it all back to the community here as giveaways. And friends, until next time, I want to say thank you to everybody. Eagle Sky, Test Pilot, Johnny Mon, hell of a guy, by the way, Timothy, X403, Bats, TJ Turner, thank you, sir. Captain Howdy, appreciate you being here. Timothy, all you all. Matey for the dropping in the donations. And for all of you that have been a continued long-time followers, also long-time memberships, I do appreciate you all. Thank you so much. It was good to see you, Vruden, as well. But let's start, before we end the night, let's talk about the top fans tonight. So, the top 10 tonight is coming in at number 1. You may see him in black. You may see him with a couple of ears on the top of his head. I don't know. I'm failing on my improv here. But anyway, let's give it up to our good friend and moderator, Bats. 24SS. Bats, thank you for watching the landing challenges. And we also want to say the guy with the most in the VA with the most hours, as we talked about earlier tonight. And thanks again, Matey, for the $5 dono coming in at number 2. Matey's in at number 2. Coming in at number 3, and he always has some suggestions for all of our flights. Evo Eagle Sky. Evo, great to see you. Thank you and congratulations again on winning the landing challenge along tying with Maple tonight. Speaking of Maple, coming in at number 4, he may say flaps 40, even if he's in an Airbus. But let's give it up to Maple Leaf. Maple, thank you, sir. And also congratulations on tying the winning landing challenge tonight, Maple, coming in number 4. Coming in at number 5, hey, he may not always be here, but he is here in spirit. It's Captain Howdy. Captain Howdy, it's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us tonight, my moderator, my friend. Good to see you. Coming in at number 6, it may be an 911. It might be RG. He may have retractable landing gear, but it is 911. Hey, N911 coming in at number 6. Thank you, my friend. Coming in at number 7 is a guy that keeps it cool as always. Zach Cool, keeping it cool. Number 7, Zach. Thank you, sir, for joining us. A guy that is very hard on me for my landing challenges. He only gave me a 4 tonight. Don't think I didn't notice that, CP65. But coming in at number 8, CP6565. Appreciate it, CP. And coming in at number 9, he's one hell of a guy. It is our good friend Johnny Mon, our good host for the Sim Gaming Expo. By the way, Johnny, I might be shacking up with you again. Boy, that sounded bad. But in September. But I've already been talking to George about the Sim Gaming Expo coming up again in September, and you guys will want to check that out. But Johnny coming in at number 9. Thank you, one hell of a guy. And last but not least, it was good to see him again. I love the shape of his wing. And by wing, I don't mean anything of the sexual nature. It is our good friend, Vruden the Great. Vruden, thank you, sir. Those are our top 10 for tonight. And friends, if you want to be give a shout out, make sure that you're chatting and be involved in chat, and you'll get called out, or at least a shout out. Called out sounds so bad at the end of the stream. But friends, I need my Dino Nuggets. I need my Dino Nuggets there, Captain Howdy. But friends, thank you so much for your support as always. And I will see you on Saturday night for a GA flight, and for future live streams, and for more stuff from WinCtrl and our other great partners like we had tonight. And friends, do check them out. Go to their sites and do please support them. They've got great gear. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Until next time, friends, stay safe. Blue skies, and we'll see you soon, guys and gals. Take care. I love you all. Good night.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up. just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger.